Men folks, is this true? Were y'all raised to believe that you check what the mama look like to see what the daughter gonna look like? Worst case scenario, weight, face, wrinkles, everything. Is that true?
If any man tell you otherwise, he's a lying ass liar. Let me tell you something right now. Every man, when he meets a woman, and then he go and meet the family for the first time, the first thing he is evaluating is whether or not the mama still holds her beauty, still holds somewhat of her figure. Yes, we do. We do check that. Now, if you got yourself a mature man, he's also going to take some other things into account. He's going to find out if the mother, let's say the mother is about 200-300 pounds, and your woman is like 150, 140. He's going to evaluate and say, well, how did you grow up? Oh, you grew up eating everything from the rooter to the tutor. You grew up eating this, eating like that, fried everything. And then he's going to evaluate, well, is she still living the same way her mother did? Because if she is, then you know what you're going to get. But that's not all he's looking at. He's also looking at the attitude, the personality of the parents. And he starts asking questions about how the relationship was between the mother and the father during the time frame that the child was growing up, especially during those impressionable years. And he's seeing what her attitude is, seeing what the parents' attitudes were towards each other, and how it's grown into what may look like something great or something boring as hell. And evaluate, is she the same? Does she have the same personality? Does she have those same personality traits? Because if she does, then he knows what type of personality he's also going to get. And that goes very deep into whether or not he's going to have peace in his life or not, whether he's going to have a good partner in his life or not. So a mature man also looks at the personality of the mother and looks at the relationship that the mother had with her husband to see what kind of relationship they have. So it is true, we do look at that for physical beauty, but a mature man is also going to look at what the personality that she might have grown up with and how that may affect her as she's been growing up. Now, if he doesn't like how the mother is and doesn't like how the mother is looking, then he's going to see if the daughter is acting opposite of that. And I've seen that happen on occasion. I've seen two sisters who grew up in the same household. And one sister looked at how the mother was with their father and decided she was going to go completely opposite of that. Whereas the other sister, the one that I involved myself with, ended up having those same personalities that her mother had. But see, what tricked me is that later on, when the relationship began to dissolve, the sister told me that, oh, the way my mom acts now with her new husband, the one that she's had for like the last 15, 20 years, is not how she was acting with the first husband to which we grew up with, their dad. So the older sister took on the traits of being opposite, whereas the younger sister, even though she now has a good example, she still held on to what she had seen when she was a small girl. So, because I was wondering, like, she don't act like her mama. Where did she get this from? And then it was revealed to me much later. It would have been great if I was told that when we was first dating, because then I would have been able to say, this ain't gonna work. But hell yeah, we sure do. And guess what I taught my son? You do the same thing. You evaluate that young girl's family and see what attitudes and attributes she's bringing forward into your relationship. Because she's going to bring them. Now, if she's opposite, that's great. That's great. But see how passionate she is about it. And then watch her actions to see if it's really true. And I told my daughters the same way. You meet a man, you find out about her father. You find out about the relationship that they had, so that you can evaluate whether or not that man is going to be a good man to you or a bad man to you. Now, the hardest situation is when you have a child that grew up in a single parent household. That makes it a little bit more difficult, but keep your eye open. Find out all you can. You'll still find out that information. I don't know what you was holding up. See now, that's Angelina mama. I'm pretty good with that. Angelina got more melanin than her mama, so I'm real good with that. Walked in the house first time, I was like, who that white woman in here? Nah, just playing. I did though. I did.
You did.
I was like, God damn, she light.
I said,
She light bright.
Too.
She light bright. And I was like, woo, I'm glad you got more melanin from your daddy. That good. He got some. He got some. He got more than her. So I was happy about that. I mean, you know, I got my ranges. From the dark to the light. I got my range. Mama outside the range.
I'm telling you.
Angie on the inside. She just right there on the inside, but she on the inside. I don't care. You can tell her. I ain't scared of her. So, but yeah, I sure did. You did the same thing. Whatever the hell. You may not have been able to see any of the men that I grew up with because they all had passed away, but you saw my mom and you was looking at how much I was like my mom or other members of my family that I grew up with, my aunts and all them. You didn't get a chance to know all my uncles. You do see one of my uncles on Facebook all the time, and you see some of that.
I judged you on purely you.
You didn't judge me on purely me? Some bullshit. You just said how my brother got mannerisms like my mama. So don't even go there. And he gonna see this. So anyway, yes we do. So ladies, I don't know what to tell you. Keep being yourself. Just find the right one that's right for you. Men, same thing. You know, find the right one that's right for you. Don't worry about it. If the one you with ain't the one that's right for you, you know, just push on and keep it going. Because sometimes, you know, you gotta search for the diamond. You gotta search for the diamond. So y'all have a great day. And remember always, you gotta free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.